So let's talk dress shoe soles. What you see in front of you are kind of representative samples of the various types and manufacturers that I currently have. Starting closest to you, we have a Crockett and Jones for Ralph Lauren. This is actually a loafer, but this is the pair that I haven't worn yet. And you can kind of see the attention to detail in the heel. How the stitching is done very closely within that channel that is in the edge of the sole there. You can see how the edge treatment is done very precisely onto the bottom of the shoe. Really a beautiful job that Crockett and Jones does. Here we have an Alden. This actually is a seconds of Alden. You see that's what the R means there. And you can see that they also did a very good job of staying within that channel. Again, you have similar heel treatment with the nails. Alden puts a stamp on their shell cordovan shoes. Again, this is Alden's what they call antique edge, which is a very nice looking edge. Interestingly, Alden with their rubber heel pad, that actually goes all throughout the entire stacked heel there, as compared to Crockett and Jones, where it actually stops. I don't know if one of them is easier to replace by a cobbler, or if that even factored into the decision, but thought that was interesting. Here's an Edmonds single oak sole. They also stamp, and I'm sorry, I don't have an unworn pair, so this is actually a pair that I've probably worn the least. But this is what Edmonds puts on theirs. You see the JR, which stands for J. Rendenbach, which is who makes the sole. And then you can vaguely make out the stamp there for Horween shell cordovan and Goodyear welt. That's just telling you the various features of the shoe. So it's a Goodyear welted single oak sole, 360-degree welt, as you can see by the way that the heel sticks out there. And Rendenbach is considered to be some of the best soles that are out there. And then here, just for completeness sake, here's a sample of an Edmonds non-shell cordovan sole. So it's going to have a full rubber heel as compared to the Edmonds shell cordovan, which has the stacked and combination heel. And then this happens to be a McNeil, so it gets the double oak sole and the storm welt there too. Again, nice stitching. I was talking about the stacked heels earlier. Edmonds also uses the rubber all the way through on the stacked heel. And again, I'm just surmising that there may be a slight difference in the way that it is replaced when you do wear through that heel pad, but I'm just not sure. So speaking of wear, there's a variety of ways that you can reduce the wear on your soles and therefore reduce the number of times that you have to get them resoled. The first way, and probably the least intrusive way, is to put some sort of a tap on the sole. And this is an example of just a plastic toe tap that's on a different pair of shoes that I have. And that just, if you are prone to wearing out the fronts of your toes as you walk, because you roll your toes or you drag your toes, then that's a way that you can extend the life of the sole if that's the only issue that you have. Interestingly, you can also, of course, do that in the back. I don't particularly have that problem, so I didn't do that here, but you can put one of those toe and heel taps in the back as well. I just don't particularly like the way that it feels when you walk on that. The other way that you can, of course, do it is by putting a toppy on the sole and on the heel if you'd like. And so this is an example of that. I've done this with a few of my shoes, particularly the ones that I'm going to wear in foul weather, inclement weather, and does a good job of protecting the sole, because what happens in wet weather is as the sole gets wet, it is leather after all, and so it softens up a little bit. And so you're more prone to eat into the leather if you're walking on concrete or other rough surfaces. So hopefully this was helpful. If you have questions, let me know. Thanks for watching.